Law 5, personalize and localize at massive scale. So at the same time as PR hackers that we want to scale to hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of media contacts, we will also want to deliver a story that is super relevant personally and locally to each media outlet. Here's an example of the power of that. We had a campaign we did that we called the Yuppie Price Index. Are you a yuppie? You're a yuppie if you consume things like massages and manicures and pedicures and gym memberships. And what we did was we created a basket of goods for a client that said, how many of these types of services do you consume in a year? And we actually calculated for each city how much did it cost to consume this basket of goods. And we ranked each city against each other. Now, when we went out with this campaign, every pitch we did was localized to the specific city. So we said, when we were pitching the Bay Area, that the Bay Area, near San Francisco, is the number one most expensive city for yuppies in the US. Now, at the same time we did that, we also pitched to Tampa, Florida, that Tampa, Florida was the number 4 most affordable city for yuppies in the US. So every city actually had a different pitch for us, even though it was one send, it was one campaign, it was one click of a button. But we adapted every pitch, not only with a different subject line in an email, if we were pitching by email, but also a different initial paragraph, a different comparison with other cities in their local area, their local region. So we made it extremely relevant to that particular geographic area. The results were astounding. Hundreds of media outlets all over the country covered this story, and they covered it in a local way, that it was relevant to their community. So we had in San Francisco Bay Area, the newspaper for San Francisco, many of the top TV stations covering the story. But at the same time, in Florida, in Tampa, they covered it a very different way. And what's interesting is actually in Tampa, the mayor of Tampa did his own series of media appearances to promote the fact that Tampa was number 4 most affordable for yuppies. So yuppies, you need to go to Tampa right away. And so the mayor actually generated all kinds of media coverage for our client as well. Even more powerful, by creating this kind of local news, we had TV stations, radio stations, anchors, reporters all over the country actually retweeting this information, and so creating the bridge between mass media and social media. So localize and personalize, but you don't want to do this in a one-off basis, doing this one at a time. It's too slow. You got to push this out faster than that. So you want to localize and personalize at massive scale. And that means using automated tools and technology to be able to pitch journalists all over the country, but sometimes with just a click. We often will pitch with email. We use bulk email, but it's so highly personalized that it looks exactly like a custom-tailored, personalized email designed just for that producer, editor, or reporter. And there's great power in that because you have the personal touch, you have the local feel, but you do it at scale.